Hi guys, this is my very first video, starting with the introduction to R, where we'll be going through the basics. So let's get started. Let's open a new directory, new project, and we'll name it basics. To get started, we'll get started with basic mathematical operations, and for that let's go to packages, install the package geometry, let's load the library, and I'm using a Mac, so I'll be clicking Command plus Enter. For people using Windows, you just have to use Control and Enter, or you could run it from here. So let's get started. So we'll be starting with basic calculations, such as 100.1 plus 234.9 plus 12.01, and we can see the answer over here. And if we want a square root of a number, we could just simply write SQRT 256, and then we get the answer 16. If we want log of a number, like suppose if we want like log 10 of 100 into cos pi, we get the answer here, which is -2. Now if we want to check if 5 is greater than 10, we'll just simply write it, and it says it's false because 5 is smaller than 10. If we want to assign a number, so we can assign it by this sign. Suppose we assigned here x as 1, and now we'll just print x, and it says over here that x is 1. In a similar way, we can assign y as a string, suppose say hello, and then when we print y, it says hello. We can also assign a logical variable, suppose say z is equal to true, and then we print z, it shows true. Okay, so let's now move on to assigning a null value to a variable. Let's just call it a missing variable. Not available as NA. Let's just print it. As we assigned it as an NA, it shows NA. So as we have assigned the values of x, y, and z, let's print them. Print paste x. Let's print the mode of x and then the length of x, and then sep equal this spaced sep combines the strings with a separate space in between. So let's just run it. It shows the x as it's printed, and then the mode is numeric, and then the length is 1. In a similar way, we'll print the other variables. This shows why the mode is a character, and as we can see here, and the length is 1. Moving on, let's go to C. It's printed x and the type is logical, as we can see over here, and the length is 1. Now let's move on to creating a vector. Let's start by creating an empty vector. To create a vector, we'll assign the vector as vec c, and then let's print the vector. It gives the null value because the vector is empty. Now let's give a value to our vector. So if we create a vector a, rep to 10, and then let's print a. So it repeats number 2 10 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Now let's generate a vector which contains a sequence of numbers between 1 to 10. Sequence of numbers between 1 to 10. Let's name it b. 1 is to 10, and then print b. This vector generates the value that contains a sequence from 1 to 10. Now to concatenate vectors a and b, we'll use C function. Alright, so now let's use the C function. C a comma b, and it has concatenated A and then B. Now let's assign this to Z and then C, A and B, and then let's print C. So now the variable Z is A plus B. Now let's generate a vector of following numbers. Suppose if we want to create a vector of our own numbers, let's call it X. C, let's say 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 37 and 49, and then print X. So we got our vectors printed as it is.